story about a man that walks into this big dark room. And this room is full of lights and full of smoke machines. And he feels like he's just in his old house. There was a child when he was like playing with his family on his little bike, feeling safe and forgetting all his troubles, forgetting what he needs to do, who he has to pay, and not feeling inferior. Just not feeling inferior. In this room, worries and all the rules, what you can do and what you can't do, just vanish. The only thing that counts is respect. Respect your brother. Respect your brother. Respect your brother. This room is a magic room, but it's really not about the room itself. It's about the people in the room. It's about the moments you share, the smiles, the looks, the music, the DJ. It makes you feel like you're one thing. It makes you want to live forever. Instead of just thinking that it's you against the world. And you think, well, why can't we always live together like this? I want to live forever.
Everybody's in the place. Everybody's in the place. Nothing is wrong as long as I stay in the room. But when I walk out, I just feel I'm lost in the gloom. I left the smoke, I feel I'm lost in space. But it's okay, I've got all my friends in the place. I've got all my friends in the place. Everybody's in the place. Everybody's in the place. Everybody's in the place. I know I'm awake, 'cause I know I'm feeling shaky. These are the lights that tell me your body is ready. Oh, this is the sound that fills my body. My body is ready to go. My body is ready to go. My body is ready to go.
On his little bike, forgetting all his troubles, feeling safe.
Sweet Hello, how's it going, guys? Back for some more ESLA Season 1 qualifier action. Senior squad taking on the dark side tonight. Best of 2. This tournament's heading well into the mid part of this year, and with self-isolation being quite a big thing, I assume a lot of people are sitting at home playing Dota and practicing. And I'm sure 2.0 can agree with me on that one.
Absolutely, Cappy. Nothing like a bit of high quality Dota to watch. And if you're not watching, I hope you're playing. Get that practice in and get good.
Get good, man. Get good. I mean, there's not much else to be
Cappy,
doing.
do you have your open mic on?
I do.
Right, excellent.
It's for party or no, it's for team. Yeah.
Yeah, for team. Okay, magic. All right, guys. So we see in the banning phase, and again, this is new banning phase after the patch with a 4-1-1. So initially there are 4 bans. We see quite a few decent meta heroes coming out in the Mars, Lich, Lycan, and Snapfire. On the side of Dark Side, they ban out the Willow, Oracle, Pugna, and Puck. All of which are really performing at the moment if you look at the statistics across high-level pubs. And then Senior Squad first pick an Earthshaker, Cappy.
That's, I guess it's just the beginning, but...
It is. It's exciting. I like it. That's pretty bold. What the Earthshaker first pick does allow is a little bit of trepidation in picking up heroes like a Phantom Lancer or a Chaos Knight. Maybe something that Senior Squad are not happy dealing with, or with regards to the core that they want to pick up. I like it. Yeah, again, it's bold, it's nice. This is already looking exciting. I think I have a bit of FOMO from missing out from our cast on Sunday. I'm quite excited.
Yeah,
for
no,
this
that would have been fun. Hey, WG
Yeah.
against DUC.
Yeah, unfortunately it was a forfeit, but here we are.
Here we are back here, Disruptor, just meta stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Very strong hero at the moment. Quite a bit of lane presence with his harass from Thunderstrike, but most importantly, Static Storm being such a game changer, whether it be for disengage or, essentially silencing an entire team if you get it right. I like it a lot. We might see a bit of setup for it. Obviously, the Mars has been banned, but we can see things like a Clockwork, like a Centaur, anything really that has an AoE stun or AoE lockdown.
Also, Disruptor's auto attack strength is really, really good. Like, it does a lot of damage harassing in the lane.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's on the same levels as a Bane or a Lich, but definitely useful and highly annoying to deal with.
Yeah, very annoying. It's got good attack speed. Like, it feels like it just throws out a lot in a short space of time.
Ooh,
Magnite.
Really looking spicy. Okay, we see a Magnus pickup. We've seen this hero run as position 1 or 2 for the vast majority of professional games. I'm not saying that'll happen here, but we're likely to see that as a position 1 or 2. Oh boy.
Lots of stuff are going to get stolen.
I feel like Senior Squad have said we we see your team fight,
Yeah.
and we are now going to meet your team fight. Okay, that's pretty good in terms of how much of team fight we see from Darkside already. We spoke about the setup. Now we have the Magnus RP into disrupt the Static Storm, and Senior Squad countered that immediately with the silence. I'm not sure what position it will be played, but obviously a very hard counter to any team fight orientated lineup.
Yeah, the dark side removed Pugna and Puck as well. So I guess silence, maybe it slipped through, or they're not too fussed about it. I guess BKB and Manta does nullify what he does.
10 seconds remaining.
Sure, but currently with their current heroes, they're not natural BKB, or maybe the Magnus to an extent, but definitely not natural Manta carriers, which would obviously be the counter to the silence. I really like the silencer pickup here. I think they've honestly hit the nail on the head with that. Let's see how they follow it up.
Yeah, too early to estimate anything.
I mean, it's too early to say who's going to win this.
There'll most likely be a core, like a melee +1 in that safe lane, just to make the most of Magnus's power.
Yeah, I would imagine that's the case. I know that Sniper does pretty well with Empower, but generally speaking... Oh, there we go. Okay.
Jeez, how much farming? Can you cast Empower and Illusions? I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you could, but I feel like you'd rather do it on the main Naga.
Oh
boy. Senior Squad just seem to have all the answers here, guys. They've just... Darkside have picked up a Naga. Currently, Senior Squad have an Earthshaker and a Leshrac. Both massive AoE damage. Both completely able to deal with the Naga early to mid game. Obviously, late game, a Naga is incredibly tanky and very hard to kill. But we see Senior Squad coming up with the most or the best answers that they can right now. I really like these picks from Senior Squad. Super, super good. What to pick up now? If that's a position 1 Nagasaran and a position 2 Magnus, I would imagine the position 4 being picked up now.
Whoa.
Okay.
It's a pos 4 mag, probably.
Or a pos 4 Nagasaran. I don't even know what's going on anymore,
I'm not sure. You know, it just looks very greedy to me. That's what everything looks like.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of greed going on there.
Oh, Necro, yeah, he's got a really picking nicely. It's a round off their draft.
Yeah, that's super strong. Yes?
I'm trying to think. They need something like probably a little bit of strength. Something that can survive a bit.
On the side of Senior Squad.
Yeah.
I think they need some more physical damage, Cappy. Right now, the entire draft is majority of magical damage, and that can be mitigated quite nicely by the Lifestealer Rage. I think that they would need something to contest that. We might see an illusion-based hero. We might even see something like a Chaos Knight. Probably not, though. I'm interested to see what they pick up. But I don't think that they can continue with this magic damage trend that they've started.
10 seconds
you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
They might just be like, when in Rome.
When in Rome. Maybe a Templar Assassin would be nice for them.
They would be assuming, Cappy, that the Leshrak's not mid. I think that they'll, or the Necro, I think it'll be Necro offlane Leshrak mid. So I think that they'll be picking up their position 1 now after this ban. So we'll have a good idea of what's going on. I think it could even be a decent PA game, and they might ban pick it as well. Maybe that's what they're thinking about now. PA does decently versus a Lifestealer, as well as Magnus. But it might be something different. We don't know.
Just gotta wait.
Yep.
As the clock ticks down, Senior Squad holding on to that 5th ban. 6th ban.
They're taking their time on this one.
Fook used to be Uncle Fook. That's why I thought it was like a new lineup here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, I remember that. We cast him a while back, Happy.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Haven't cast. I recognize Trash Panda's name.
Yes, so do I. But we haven't cast the Dark Side before.
No, not yet. This is the first time.
This is new for us. Yeah. Also, I have to note that the Dark Side's Lifestealer pick is actually really strong. It pretty much ensures a decent lane. Okay, Batrider ban.
Dire team pick.
Oh boy.
Wow. That's cool. That's a lot of stuff. Lots of physical.
It's very cool. And if you've been paying any attention to the pro scene, guys, Whistleback can be run anywhere between position 1 and 3. I think that we'll probably be seeing it here as a position 1, I would imagine.
10 seconds.
That Lesh could go safe lane very easily as well.
Yes, it could. My only concern is you don't really want to be laning a Bristleback versus a Naga. Naga has very high starting armor, and moreover, it has armor reducing abilities. So actually, we might see it. If this is a position 4 Naga Siren, we might not see that Bristleback run position 1. It might be a 3. With the Leshrak position 2 and a Necro 1. Oh, I don't know. Very interesting either way.
All we need is a hero.
Oh,
that count as everything on Senior
that
Squad's
just happened.
That just count as everything on Senior Squad's team.
Yeah, I think a silencer might be able to deal with it, but that's also completely dependent on where that silencer.
I have a feeling it is going to be a pos 4 mag with offlane Viper. Maybe the offlane Lifestealer.
No, I think that's a mid Viper Cappy, safe lane Lifestealer, and an offlane Magnus would be my bet.
What's the Naga doing then? Just netting things.
Position 4 dog is really strong. Some of the Siren is a pretty crazy ability. Yeah, I mean, let's see, Cappy. I'm slightly confused, which doesn't happen very often. Let's see how they run it. We're gonna have a lot to speak about in the beginning of this game.
Yeah, all right. Well, game one will begin to go underway. I'm sure the players picking up the items.
Any bets here, Cappy?
Just because of Viper, the dark side. I know
I'm gonna
Senior
go
Squad can play well.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Senior Squad only because I feel like the Dark Side have a very, very greedy draft.
That is true.
I think it's going to be difficult to get everyone online. So I'm gonna go with Senior Squad. I think that their lineup is a little bit more balanced, albeit with the Viper pick. Yeah, that's gonna be my
Yeah,
I
and Senior
guess,
Squad
yeah.
just start knocking down buildings pretty early on.
yeah, definitely. With that Leshrac in particular, that's Diabolic Edict. It just melts towers. So they definitely have the tower push. They have the team fight, and they have the tank and the bristleback.
Mildly. Oh,
Alright.
switching my frames. Yeah,
Preparations.
seem to be okay.
So it is an offlane Viper, as you suggested, with a mid Magnus.
A mid-mag.
Yep, that's where it's at right now.
And the pos 4 nog. Yeah, that is okay.
All right.
How does Magnus do against Leshrac?
I feel like it's a pretty even matchup in that the Leshrac is not really going to be able to kill the Magnus, but I do feel that the Leshrac will be slightly favored with regards to farm. In lane, that is. So Magnus can obviously just go to the bush and melt creep camps. But I do feel like it'll be difficult for him to stay in lane.
True, at least hopefully he'll be stacking for himself. Trying to get
Yeah.
something out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And he can do it with ease. That Empower allows him to take stacks pretty quickly. Right, and it's a position 5 silencer with a position 1 bristleback. Magic. This is going to be interesting.
Hopefully. Haven't seen Darkside play. I mean, just looking at the log, I think Senior Squad have a little bit of better standing, don't they?
My gratitude. Hey! Ha ha! Bright and breezy.
Right. And we're off.
Next to going for the brown boots straight away on the
30
Naga
seconds
Siren.
remaining.
Pretty cool.
I like that. Very mobile. He hasn't selected a skill yet. I'm very interested to see what he takes first.
What should he be doing? Not Mirror Illusion, I assume.
No,
Not
no,
Mirror
no.
Illusion.
I don't think he'll take that as a. Actually, I mean, it'll provide a lot of harass. I'm just worried about taking creep aggro.
Very evenly contested
best
runes, so the Senior Squad will get the bottom bounty in the river. However, I am the curry. I am the curry now. That's going to secure the top
Side was
river
on
rune. So
again.
it's going to be 3 for the Dire and 1 for Senior Squad.
No, it's 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Oh, did they get bottom? Ah, yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Lanes to watch, Cappy. I think this top lane is going to be incredibly interesting.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, if this Earthshaker is able to get off a decent block at an early stage before the last stealer gets his rage, I think it's pretty easy kill potential. But on the same note, this Disruptor with Thunderstrike and a Lifestealer open wounds, they could really get a few things done. So I think it's going to be a nice back and forth. In this bottom lane, I don't think that a Bristle deals particularly well with the Viper. That being said...
No, nothing deals well with the Viper.
Yeah, that's fair.
Our hero is like, yeah, just incredibly strong laner.
Yeah.
And mid lane, Nako's Lesh. Subsonic vs Fook, Uncle Fook. Close contest of CS. Penance. I mean, there isn't much kill potential for both teams until... Well, both any of the lanes.
I'd say until about level 3, really.
Blackout Maniac, he's actually going to start throwing out the cool sprays onto Trash Bandit, taking a lot of poison attack damage in return.
Needs to be careful here.
Does need to be careful. He does have a salve he's holding on to. Pops it now. Panda maybe looking for the... next, if he has anything to say about it, yeah, he's going to remove it. Those brown boots.
Paying off.
Paying off early on. And Trash Bandit needs to probably get himself a stick, which he does have queued up. Fook misses the stun.
I think that's a really good observation, Cappy. If any of you out there are...
Missing the stun or the boots?
No, the magic stick. I think it's super good, and it's something that you almost have to get versus a Bristle, even if you're starting items.
You just be using it all the time. Like, you can literally just keep using it. Stay healthy.
Absolutely.
IR NVU. IR. What did we call him last time?
I don't remember, but we're going to go with IR at the moment.
IR, yeah.
Fine.
IR NVU. He are envy us. Maybe that's maybe he's saying he envies us.
Yes, I think that's what it's about.
Okay. It's probably got nothing to do with that, but he's I mean, he hasn't given us much to work with. Interesting split earth. I don't know what he was trying to stun there though. Did he get the range creep? Is that what he did?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he did, and that's essentially why you take the split earth. And I see that he hasn't skilled his lightning storm, which we usually see from mid players, mid-less players. Yeah, but I'm not sure what the reasoning behind that is. Maybe he's just looking to take an early tower. Usually you'll... very nice split earth.
There's Nagasaran also next to... He's using the Mirror Illusions to farm the small camp. So just to remove that from the Radiant side. So Senior Squad can't pull from there. Or farm it.
Yeah, actually that's pretty smart. It's the first time I've seen that with a position for Naga. I like it a lot. It's very sneaky.
You don't have to worry about the Viper too much. It's pretty strong by itself.
Yeah.
Mid lane. Nexus making the movement with those brown boots so goddamn quick. Throws out the net. They find Fook. Subsonic's there. Doesn't have a lot of mana though. Trying to save some up. He already used the skewer, and Fook, being a Leshrac, is incredibly quick. That gank will not be successful. IR NVU. Just moved his way mid, but Nexus is already heading southeast, back towards the bottom lane. Maybe did Subsonic not see this Earthshaker rotation? I don't think he did. Because IRNVU's coming around right at the back, gets the Fisher block off, and there is no skewer away for this Magnus. The split is there to help chain the stuns, and Earthshaker managed to get the first blood, the totem helping secure the kill.
I think it's just a case of he didn't expect the Earthshaker to hang around. Oh, sorry, I missed that kill bottom.
But yeah, he's got the points in Nether Toxin. So what Nether Toxin does is that it breaks passives. And Bristleback's passive, being his Bristleback, is his damage reduction from damage from behind and in front. Behind and the sides. And if he doesn't have that, then... Well, he's a normal other hero. He's just like you and me, your average Joe. And I'm the curry now is also going to be brought down. Penance just man-fighting him, throwing a Fiend's Grip, Death Pulse, right under the tower. Getting the kill. Black Amani a little bit pissed off. He's running straight ahead, throwing out the cool spray, trying to get the stacks up onto Nexter and Trash Panda. But Viper more than happy to soak this up, just turning around with the poison attacks. Top lane, this Earthshaker making great rotations. They find the pos 5 of the dark side.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, that's both heroes in the safe lane having been killed. It's a little unfortunate. I think that Iron the Curry now is going to have to play incredibly safe. He does have the double bracer for magic resistance now, which is pretty good versus a Necrophos. We might see the Disruptor stacking Bush for him now, so that as soon as he has the adequate levels, he can just rotate in there and take as much farm as possible.
Next up, throws the ensnare. Malgi, bit too many things for him to handle. At least he had the tower within range he can walk to. RNVU, he's made another rotation mid. Fook, he's popped himself out the pulse as well. Gets the Fisher block. He's looking for the Split Earth, does miss it. However, the Diabolic Edict will be enough to do the damage. Subsonic brought down again in this mid lane. Great rotations from this Earthshaker.
Yeah, and the Leshak did have level 6. Sorry, Fook had level 6, so he was able to pulse in over there as well, securing the kill. Very cool.
Lots of pings. Next up, see, you mentioned this greedy build because this Naga Siren isn't really the best ganking hero you could ask for.
I think with the ensnare it's okay, but
there's no stun, no follow up, no.
Yeah.
Subsonic's back in. Next up, taking a lot of damage. Magnus will get the deny on the tower. IRNVU trying to play his way through the trees. Has drawn that creep wave though, looking after him. So the dark side will have eyes. There's the ensnare. Next up, finds it. Totem bash. They want to kill off Naga Siren. Managed to get the P. He cancels it once and then goes for it and finds nothing for his efforts.
That's super unfortunate. That's such a long cooldown as well. I mean, Magnus RP is 2 minutes at level 1. Sorry, it's 130 seconds at all levels. But that is super unfortunate.
Really, really sad. Not, especially because he didn't get anything out of that. He got the tower denied though, so Subsonic can walk away feeling a little bit happy about that. Penance now, very scary. This Necrophos is going to throw out the Reaper's Scythe immediately onto White Mamba, gets the kill, and that's a dead disruptor for quite a while. IRNVU's made the move in top, leads with the Fisher. Going to follow up with the Totem Smash onto Iron the Curry now. Gets the range off just in time. However, his courier will fall, walk right across the path of this angry Earthshaker. Nexus been forced to use the Mirror Illusion again to escape death.
Iron the Curry now needs to be careful here.
Reaper Scythe is out, but that does not make this Penance Necromancer Necrophos any less terrifying or any less powerful. TDS Panda, Trash Panda. Kills Bristleback bottom again. Mowgli is trying to run away. Will successfully do. The Trash Panda taking tower damage now. Oh, only if Silencer saw this. Fook's there. Oh, okay. There's the cleanup crew.
Yeah, just taking a little bit too much tower damage there. A bit of a misplay. I think he thought that Mowgli ran across the tree line past the tier 1 tower, and he ends up taking a bit too much tower damage. Uncle Fook able to clean up there.
Next up. Yeah, he's barely surviving. He's making a bit of impact. I'm still not completely sold on this idea.
Not.
No, not yet. I know it used to be a thing. I used to play it myself, but I just don't think with the changes it's really worth putting in position 4.
Well, we'll have to see, Cappy.
True.
Once we have the ultimates on Nagasaki. Okay.
Bottom lane, they're bringing a Nexus with the TP. Subsonic Say 2 does not have the reverse polarity, but he does have that hammer of his. Ensnare. Find themselves a silencer. Blackout Maniac is using the salve, trying to get a little bit of quill spray damage into those illusions. It's quite a massive illusions. Fook has been baiting it the whole time, gets a split earth. There's the Nether Toxin. Subsonic, he goes forward. He does have the RP now, in for the skewer. Cancel it. He doesn't need it to bring down Fook. Next to will fall though. Blackout Maniac, very strong. You just chase him down. All those quill sprays stacking up, doing more damage over time. And the dark side will need to possibly disengage. Bristleback, yeah. A lot of quills. When you start getting 4 and up quill stacks in you, it's time to say bye-bye.
Dyer's top tower is not on top.
Fook sitting comfortably on this new earth.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's important to note that that senior squad are looking very, very good with regards to net worth. Sorry, I missed that kill.
No, I think Mowgli thought he got the double damage rune before Subsonic did, and he was like, well, maybe there's a chance here I could man fight him, because Subsonic has 25% HP and I have a double damage rune, but he forgets he is a level 4 silencer with no stolen intel, whilst Subsonic is a mid-Magnus with 3 braces.
And level 9.
And level 9. So, Subsonic is great, and just right-clicked him down.
Okay. Seems
I
good.
envy you. Was he going for a deep ward? What do you think he's going to see now as his death? Again, Blackout Maniac dies. This Trash Panda Viper is going to be big later.
Yeah, he will be, but I think it is important to note that the side of senior squad with regards to Leshrac Necro are way ahead of any of Darkside's cores. The Bristlebacks behind, but if you look at the Lifestealer, his counterparts, it's not looking great for the side of the dark side.
Yeah, the initiative lead will just continue to expand, especially with a Leshrac that knocks towers down like Skittles. When he starts eventually doing that, TP's into the top lane. Subsonic, he's got the RP. There's no vision up here. Next up, they've got to stop with the ensnare. They've got Trash Panda here too. I think Earthshaker in the wrong neighborhood.
Oh.
Yeah, gotta be careful when you're fighting around high ground like that with no vision.
Yep.
Penance, there's a lot of Darkside heroes up here. Subsonic forward, he gets the RP, does manage to find Penance. Can he tank his way through this? They're dropping a lot of damage onto him, so is Viper, and he will not survive. Black Armenia can only watch as Fook also goes, and this might be a bit of a mistake from Fook. He's a Leshrac, he's really squishy, and he can't do enough damage next to now. Using the Song of the Siren to lock Black Maniac in place. They get the break from the Nether Toxin. Also find him with the Thunder Strike, Ensnare, Subsonic. He's just going to man fight. He's taking stack damage, doesn't really matter. This is a lot of good exchanges for the dark side. Looked a bit... That was a bit... I'm going to have to say... A bit of a bold strategy, Cotton. from... from Senior Squad. Didn't pay
Love
off.
the dodgeball reference. That's good.
Thank you, I heard it today. Yeah.
I feel like they.
I don't know what were they doing? They lost Earthshaker, and then they sort of just...
it feels like they just went in one by one, Cappy. It was a bit of a
questionable
bit of a misplay there. Yeah. Pipe almost up on, Hood of Defiance is now up on the Viper, and it'll soon be a pipe. That's going to be a huge impact item for the side of the dark side. Obviously, with the amount of magical damage coming out from Senior Squad, I like it a lot, and I like the rush on the Viper. It's so easy to...
Oh, Penance, you're going to go back mid.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Just disruptive things.
Yeah, just disrupt things. To be like, oh, you found Magnus. Subsonic is not afraid. And why should he be?
Yeah.
He's got Nexa coming around behind. Ghost Shroud. Popped up by Penance. Just search back into the ensnare. Penance in the wrong neck of the woods. Maybe hopefully he should try to get the Reaper's Scythe onto Subsonic, but he's got so much help here. He went for the cast animation. He did try to go for it. But... I mean, would that have been worth? Blackout Maniac again! See this squad just running up after the Kiras die. You gotta be careful.
I've got to say, Cappy, from looking at the draft and how the dark side have run this with regards to positions, I really like that Viper offlane versus a Bristleback. I mean, obviously they saw the Bristleback pick first, but they obviously had this draft in mind, and it's really nice to see it paying off here.
Yeah, there's nowhere else that Viper could have gone when you look at it.
Yeah, I mean...
Had to go against Bristle.
Yeah.
That ward's been scouted out by the Bristleback. White Mamba will have it de-warded in an ideal world. When Silencer has gold by a sentry.
And we see this Lifestealer making a bit of a comeback with regards to net worth. He's been given or afforded a lot of space by his teammates.
I think this is a good build. Maelstrom into Halberd.
Look, Cappy, I think that now with the way that the hero has been changed, as well as the items have been changed, that it's pretty much open for interpretation. But I don't hate this Maelstrom Halberd build. I slightly question the Halberd versus the side of Senior Squad, but that being said, the Halberd does allow for self-heal amplification, which means that Lifestealer's main skill, Feast, is obviously a lot better.
I don't know they changed that on the halberd.
Yeah,
It gives you increased lifesteal.
yeah.
Or healing. Or healing.
Increased self-heal, yeah. And and status resist. So it's
The whole item does, or like the Sage and Yasha does it?
Sage and Yasha does it as well.
So the Sage, it's the Sage in the
It's the Sage, yeah.
item. Penance, TP'd in here to maybe try to defend his tier 1 mid. Split Earth, they're looking for the Fisher Stop, they find it on Trash Panda, the Song of the Siren out, the silence is not there in time, the song will be there to possibly save, never mind. Reaper Scythe says, no, no, no. Senior Squad find themselves a Trash Panda Viper, and continue to surge forward, they've pinged out Nexter. He's got the Tranquil Boots, goes for Mirror Illusion, Totem Smash misses. Oh, hoping to maybe get the sneaky micro. Which one is it, guys? Which hat is the actual Golden Marble under? We don't know, and they get the wrong one. Subsonic, he's in. He finds himself a double kill, most likely. 2 squishy supports. No, Maugi still alive, running away. Nexus on the high ground, playing Rikidri while in this Naga Siren, using their mobility. They root up this Blackout Maniac and pod him into the Sonic Storm. But Bristol can soak that up. They're really struggling without the Viper. They need that Nether Toxin break. Oh boy, Subsonic, he's found with the Split Earth. Fook is going to run him down. The Pulse Nova, way too much magical damage for even a 3 Bracer Magnus to deal with.
Yeah, just remember that Diabolic Edict is also physical damage. So there's almost this hybrid of damage coming out from Fook, and it's so effective versus heroes like Nago, obviously, which is why they picked it. But versus a Magnus that's gone three braces, and he's obviously looking to negate the magic damage. That extra physical damage goes a long way.
A bit dicey there. I'm the Curry now. Has the Maelstrom.
Alright, so what the Maelstrom does is allows the Lifestealer to accelerate his farm. Yes, it applies damage, which is great, and with the high attack speed that the Lifestealer gets from his Feast ability, it's very effective, but at the end of the day, the basic Maelstrom is pretty much for amplifying your farm, and we'll definitely see a net worth growth from the Lifestealer within the next sort of 10 or 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, they picked up Dragon's Scale.
Dragon's Scale, okay.
On Bristleback. Lots of armor. Tanky, he's got his Sage finished first.
Alright.
And teams will be farming up, they need some more items.
It's always, Cappy, it's always such a nice thing seeing a Titan Sliver drop when you have a Sage already. I mean, going from a status resist of 16% from Assange into another 16% from a Titan Sliver, that's pretty cool in my opinion. That's value right there.
Yeah, that really is. Just silly amounts though. Goodness. Trashban is back. He's finished the pipe of Inside, also going for the Guardian Greaves. Supposing Orflaner's got also going for them.
Okay.
Everyone's getting Guardian Greaves. I understand on Necro and obviously on Viper, pretty good too.
Yep.
Right, there's a stage where you used to run like mid SF with Guardian Greaves. It was very brief. There was some change they did, and it lasted for like a week.
It was the cooldown reduction.
Was that it?
Yeah, that
Split
was
Earth, Mamba. He's in a lot of trouble. They're going to get the Reaper side onto Disrupt. Interesting choice. There's a Global Silence out. The Echo Slam does manage to connect. However, this Viper just tanks through most of a Trash Panda. So goddamn tanky. Next, they're going to be forced to use the Song of the Siren. Do they disengage? The Dark Side. They're going to lose one. They're probably going to lose two. Oh, Fook is hungry. He just picked up the Kaya. That's what happened.
that Global Silence was absolutely perfect, Captain.
Godlike.
You couldn't time it any better if you tried.
No RPs, nothing.
Yeah, it stopped the RP. I mean, yeah. Well played, sir.
Sitting behind this Diabolic Edict on Fook. Senior Squad can really take a lot of towers.
Mowgli, you beauty.
You beaut.
Radiant structures have been secured. Dire's
Second tier 2. And this is where Leshrac just...
Yeah, he shines, yeah. I mean, look at that tower, Cappy.
Gone.
Wait, what tower?
What tower? Where was it? I saw nothing. Nixon does have the Meteor Hammer equipped, and they still got all the abilities, so perhaps this is the cue for Senior Squad to disengage. Glimpse back on Fook. That could be a bit of a problem. He's brought back right into the middle of a very angry The Dark Side. We'll get a split off before he falls, but nice glimpse from White Mamba, getting that catch.
Yeah, and it's on a very important hero. That's pretty big for the side of the Dark Side.
Are they still chasing? Yeah, they get another glimpse.
Oh,
Gonna be Blackout
boy.
Maniac into the connect field. White Mamba earning his keep with all this glimpsing. This catch. Jeez, they have to drop. Oh, the Fisher block from IR Envy. Oh, it saves Blackout Maniac.
Wild.
What? That was nice. And they dropped so much. They were at a stage with like this. I don't think we're killing this guy.
Yeah.
No, Stagstorm went down. The other Tuxton was down, and Bristleback just walked through it. Not a care in the world.
Yep. Backtracking a little bit, Cappy, I really like the Sanj pickup from the Bristleback. It's allowing him to just be that extra bit slippy and tanky. And I mean, evidence in that is that previous fight. Yeah, it's good stuff. The net lasts a little bit less long. The shockwave lasts a little bit less long. Open wounds, not as long. Same with the Viper Strike. It's actually a really solid item here. A nice pickup.
And you mentioned the healing it gives too.
Yeah,
so does
sure.
that will that amplify your base healing? So he's got plus 35 with his base healing and his items.
Yeah,
Regen
absolutely.
It amplifies that too. Alright.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's
If he gets spell lifesteal, it's going to, help with that as well.
Both teams are just trying to outpush the other one. I feel Senior Squad push faster just because they have a Diabolic Edict on Fook.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited
TDS
guests.
will retreat up to their tier 3 high ground. Senior Squad not sure what the plan is for now.
Subsonic.
Yeah, Subsonic's very far forward. The rest of his team are quite a distance away, and IR Envy just going to ensure that they get the chain stuns. Even drops the Echo Slam to lock this Magnus in place, and that is their mid Magnus down. TDS need to really think about retreating. Really do. Subsonic.
I think it's a bit of a misplay from Subsonic there, Cappy. I don't think he thought that the whole of Senior Squad were around there.
But to go and bristle
And,
back of all people.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one. Bit
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Unfortunate, or well, yeah, he wasn't aware where his team was.
Yeah.
I don't think that's unfortunate.
But let's go with misplay.
Misplay, yeah.
Alright. So Cappy, things are looking a little bit sad for the Dark Side here with a 6k net worth deficit. But it's not only that, the three cores on the side of Senior Squad are looking pretty sharp at the top of the net worth table. And to be quite frank with you, yes, Senior Squad are on a timer, but I think that with that net worth lead, if they pick up an Aegis now, they're going to be able to take high ground without a problem.
And Fook almost has his Black King bar. And then I wonder what the Dark Side will do when he has that. The only thing
It's
they
a
have
great
to clear
question.
is Magnus Reverse Polarity, but when that's down...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the big thing is that the lifestealers are able to do damage through it. But again, is it enough? And we'll have to see. Fook has a Yules as well as a haste rune bottle, so I mean, if they had a go on him now, they're not going to get very far with that endeavor.
Maybe Roshan? None of these teams really have a quick Roshing lineup.
Nope. Well, I disagree. So, Senior Squad have a very, very fast Roshing lineup, and the Bristleback Nasal Goo, coupled with the Earthshaker Chain Stuns and the Leshrac Diabolic Edict, they should be melting through that Roshan without a problem. I think we see them starting to set up for it, so I hope that they go. Yep, and in they go. And we're about to see what we just spoke about.
Roshan Black Maniac will just tank the big guys. Big hooks that he throws out. Boom. get down to their level for this. Any of you guys like the alternative camera viewpoints? But I quite do.
Well, if you don't, it's happening.
It's happening, and you're gonna look at it because we can always watch Roshan being taken from above. We've all seen it. Fook picks it up. Leshrak with the Aegis of the Immortal. And his boys behind him, the senior squad. I wonder if they're all like retired guys, are they?
Maybe it's a reference to a position of power. I'm not sure. Or they could just be old.
Or they could just be... They're probably just old. We'll go with that.
Cool.
Fook, they just sit behind him. He's got the Black King bar. Like the Many 2. Yeah, he's finished the Crimson Guard. He's got the full Heaven's Halberd. He's got a Medallion of Courage. He's just so armored.
Yeah.
Fierce and Dire have fortified their structures.
I really like this build on the Bristleback as well. Oh boy.
He just soaks it up. They put the Viper Strike out onto Blackout Maniac, but Bristleback will just eat it. Because why not?
Yep. And
that's your
with
ulti
Break
down.
Applied.
That is with Break Applied.
Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation.
So much sustain here with the Necro as well.
Yeah, he has his Guardian Greaves finished, and there's Mana Boots on Fook. Oh my goodness, yeah, this second part, this will definitely be the tier 3 falling. Fisher block from IRNVU finds 2, just buys some time and some space for this tower to fall without being contested. The blink 4 from Subsonic finds a 3-man LP in the back lines, and now they can drop the one more combo. Echo Slam from IRNVU. It's not enough to stop the damage already. The Sandstorm is just locking up these senior squad heroes as Blackout Master attempts to get away. He's still quite tanky. BKB used by Fook. IRNVU finds one more Fisher Stomp, and no one has died in this fight.
What is going on?
Crazy, Yule's up, Trash Panda, they turn around, Senior Squad looking to get the attack damage onto Viper. He's quite tanky, and all the more damage you do him, the more damage he does to you. Penance will be caught in the kinetic field, throws out the Reaper's side, but Subsonic who just tanks through it. He wasn't even below 50% HP, there wasn't even a chance of Penance getting that kill. And next up pops the Song of the Siren, for some odd reason, immediately cancels it. And this Necrophos will be left behind. Skewered up, and finished off.
I think it was cancelled CP.
Oh boy, they glimpsed him, but you can't kill that. Bristle's still alive.
Yeah.
That was huge, and then no one died. I thought someone was dying.
Caffey, that was flipping awesome to watch. That being said, really nice hold by the Dark Side. Yes, they lose their tier 3, but on the whole, I think they can come out positively from that. They get a kill and remove the Aegis. Begs the question: have Senior Squad missed their timing? We don't know yet, but it's interesting food for thought currently.
Yeah, they got to be careful how they go up those. You know,
Yeah.
you got to watch your spacing. And even those Echo Slams, like Viper's innate magic resistance, I don't know what it's sitting at currently. It's sitting at 66 right now with the pipe. He just soaked it up like nothing happened to him. He lost like a 10th HP.
Crazy.
Wild. What a hero. Flies around.
What?
Who was saying that Viper in the lore is Pugner's pet?
Pugner's pet.
Yes, he was the one. He was the one that made him.
Yeah, I've heard
Food?
that. I don't remember who told me.
Fun Spirit Earth onto Trash Panda. He still has a pipe and Guardian Greaves available to him. Try to stay alive. There's a lot of pure damage coming out with the physical. Fook's not quite done. Pops the BKB, gonna run up the high ground to get this kill, and he will miss it. While I'm the Curry now brings down IRNVU's Earthshaker, and Fook could be in a lot of trouble. Subsonic blinks forward. He's gonna hold onto the skewer. Gonna throw out the shockwave, putting him back into place. There's another Spirit Earth. Blackout Maniac gonna tank all the damage being thrown towards his carry. Help with the cool spray, they bring down White Mamba, who instantly buys back. Viper Strike, Trash Panda, he throws it out onto the Bristleback once again for some unknown reason. There's the break, but Subsonic with the RP finds 2, drags him into the Nether Toxin, and this is a lot of damage. Yule Scepter keeping Fook alive for a little bit longer, but the Viper will find the kill, and Blackout Maniac 2 will be the second to fall. Subsonic making the plays. Mildly caught back. They don't have detection. Yes, they do. Glimmer Cape only lasts for 5 seconds. And Silencer will be silenced.
Oh boy, this game is an emotional roller coaster. I don't even know what's happening anymore. It's swinging this way and that. And with that buyback from White Mamba, honestly, very well played by the Dark Side. And they managed to get 3 off the back of that.
Yeah, Subsonic just finding these great openings, these great initiations with that reverse polarity.
Yeah.
He's got the BKB up available to him now as well. 10 seconds. Well, I'm the Curry now. What's he gonna go for next? The Basher. And he's got a... What's that sword again? Paladin
The
sword.
halberd? Oh, paladin sword. Yeah.
Nice chunk of lifesteal.
Yeah, really nice item on a lifesteal.
Echo Slam, I envy you finds 4, but TDS just soak it up like it's just water on the edge of the basin. Blackout Maniac thrown forward, trying to find White Mamba. Gets a glimpse back towards his tier 3 tower. Penance in the back line. He's got all the sustain he needs, throwing out as many death pulses as he can as his Bristleback surges forward. Got a lot of stacks up in his warpath, so quite fast and quite dangerous. Fuchs respawn too. They're going to get Reaper Scythe out, bring down White Mamba. TDS Viper, that's a double Yule Subsonic, going to skew it back, buy some space for his team. The Global Silence, he goes for the TP out in the face of Damon. There is no stun to stop him. However, his teammates will probably be brought down. Trash Panda does get killed. 3 times killing spree going down. Fook pops the BKB too. Will push up this mid lane. Meanwhile, Nexter, he's just pushing in the side lanes. He's got that Meteor Hammer and I guess this Naga eventually becomes another core. He's got a Diff Blade.
It's really important right now for senior squad to get a Rex in response, which I think they will do with relative ease.
Yeah, there is a fortified to delay them for a little bit of time, but that's 2 Dire heroes dead for a significant duration. Yules instantly onto Iron the Curry. Going to be brought into the Split Earth, stunned up. Does have the Enrage. Penance just uses the Death Shroud. Can't hit him when he has the Death Shroud on. You can't target him with abilities though. The Snare coming out, and there's the Meteor Hammer too. Does clip the Necrovos, but he's really tanky. I don't know if they have enough damage to bring him down, while Fook just runs back in with the Split Earth. Gets the Pulse Nova. They bring down Nexter. But RMVU blinks forward. There's the BKB. Subsonic uses the RP. It only finds one. Fook just turns around, and that physical damage goes right through BKB. Mildly wailing away. Lifestealer forced to jump into Subsonic. Does give him a little bit of an HP buff, and will probably let him get back to base. He does skewer away. However, this Rex will fall. Senior squad gonna find that opening they needed. Blackout Maniac instantly moving bottom, moving south. They're actually teeping out. Thought they would have kept going. No, never mind. Vipers respawn. That is the big problem. That is the big counter, is that Viper. As soon as he's out of these fights, it's much easier for senior squad.
Yeah, that break application as well as the tankiness of the Viper makes it very difficult to deal with. You would think, looking at this lineup, that the Magnus would be the tank, but it's not the case. The Trash Panda are honestly almost impossible to kill unless there are 4 or more heroes inside of senior squad going on him.
Fook has also picked up the Bloodstone now, so getting a good amount of mana regen, and in times of crisis he can activate it, which gives him, how does it work? 30% of your max mana to health regen. For 2 seconds, just 2 seconds. Best to use when you're running away or when you're out of the fight?
It depends, Cappy. I think sometimes it's used just in absolute desperation. So maybe that's not the best judge of when you should use it. Personally, I've used it in both scenarios, so I don't know what the best would be. I think that it's totally up to the player. Do you play any heroes that have a Bloodstone, Cappy?
Timbersaw.
Timbersaw?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That is, so I know to use, but he's thing is, I know he can use it because you really might have a bunch of stacks on him, so it makes sense to use it if you're dropping low in health in a fight.
Yeah, sure.
But I feel like with a Leshrac, this is only 2 seconds that you use it, and it might not be enough to keep you alive. Unless you got BKB on. Maybe then.
Well, I think the BKB makes a difference, but we also see the Leshrac picking or queuing up an Octarine core, which then would complement that quite low bottom lane.
They find the Echo Slam, gonna bring down Nexter. Yes, just the pos 4. That's 2 big ultimates committed for him. But they do kill him. So that's something. Roshan is back up.
You say it's just a pos 4, Cappy, but with the ultimate from Nagasaran, they really have ultimate disengage. So I think they would be looking, they would be willing to look for a fight now.
Bounties have spawned. Who's that out there in the dark? Who's that out there stumbling around in the dark?
Invisible Penance.
An invisible penance. Just getting some information for the rest of his team.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the dark side are aware of that. Obviously, with the Necrophos Heartstopper aura would become active, and they would see it on their status bar.
Do they get that?
Yeah, they do.
Fook is Just pushing forward. Really, really farmed Leshrac. I like the hero. He was some mad scientist or something.
The Shrek.
Yeah, if you read it, he got like
I did not know
turned
that.
into this creature of chaos and whatever
The
it
Disco
is.
Pony.
Disco Pony. Subsonic goes for the TP out. I'm a big fan of the lore. Don't know it all off by heart, but it makes for some interesting
reading.
Yeah, especially if you sometimes you hear voice lines shared between characters. You're like, you definitely know each other from
Yeah.
somewhere.
Alright, Cappy, I think for the side of senior squad, they're definitely in the driving seat still, and they go for Roshan. I was just about to say that's the next play. They wait for that, pick up another Aegis, and look to push high ground again.
This will have
Hopefully
cheese too.
with slightly more success than last time.
Yes, a little bit better positioning. Yeah, be careful of that subsonic blink, reverse polarity. He's really done a lot of cool plays this game. He's got the Chrysalis now too. So Mangus hits. Boy, does he hit. He hits harder than a GB sorry. Is that appropriate? I don't think I can finish that one. I don't know where that was going.
Well, we're here now.
We're here now. Penance is here too. Very far forward he is. But he's okay. He's got the boys behind him. TDS, get the hell out of Nam. All the way back up to the high ground.
Also, guys, we're going to be changing the name of Dodo to DOTN, Defense of the NAM.
Defense of the Nam. That makes sense though.
Does it though?
It makes a lot more sense. I mean, Batrider is basically the equivalent of a B-52 bomber.
Yeah, that's a fair shout.
Just drops napalm all over shit in the jungle and
Not only that,
slaughters
Invoker-
innocents.
Yeah, Invoker has an EMP, Sniper is, Sniper.
Now,
Might as-
Sniper.
Might as well be NAM.
Yeah, Sniper's like COD. He is your FPS in this game. Next is playing games around the side, yeah? Got the diff blade up. Gonna do a little bit of chip away onto Penance, but also probably needs to be careful. Or does he? The Yule's up, the dodge of the Meteor Hammer. There's the slow from Silencer. She is going to have to use the Song of the Siren just to get out. So that means it will be down for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's pretty big already. Drawing that spell out means that they are far more able to take high ground without any interruptions. Cappy, do you think that if you go to profile mode in Sniper and play Sniper in profile mode, that Dodo could be considered an FPS?
Yeah, that's actually...
Yeah.
I think we got to try this.
I think so.
Sure,
I think that's
It's
happening.
quite
in the next
fun.
month.
Yeah, I think that actually sounds pretty cool. Playing Dodo from with Sniper mainly. I mean, other heroes understand why you need the top view, but not Sniper. You just see things and you shoot. Blackout Maniac in the front of his senior squad. TDS has got the mind break on him now, so he silences up the first thing he hits every like 20 seconds.
Yep.
Fook. Got the edict. His tower's pretty dropping quite low. I think it's all up to Subsonic to find the big initiation. Viper Strike going on to Blackout. They're holding on to the RP. He finds it again in the back, and the blink angle from Mario and V. He blinks, he echoes, and then he blinks. The silence is too late. Senior squad are losing a lot of damage as Subsonic pops the BKB and just starts hacking away at this front line belonging to Senior squad. Blackout Maniac brought back, not before he brings down White Vumber though. And I'm the curry now. Gets the open wounds onto Penance. Maybe Earthshaker gonna buy him some time. Sorry, Bristleback gonna eat the cheese. Blackout Maniac is so strong, so tanky. Still got the Lotus Orb available to him. However, their main source of damage, Fook, has been forced to TP to the bottom lane. Sonic gonna be dragging back this Bristleback under the tower range. IR envy you. Can't get in range to find any stuns this fight. And he will find returns the first hit bash on his head, preventing the TP out. I'm the curry now. Should be able to wrap up that kill as Bristleback just buys all the time in the world. They throw out the Reaper Sight. They find Trash Panda. That is a no buyback Viper for the next 2 minutes. But Leshrac is in the wrong lane. They can't capitalize on this. He might actually be fine, because at this rate, Blackout Maniac will sit out in the tier 3s and Leshrac will be able to push that bottom wave all the way up to the high ground before they become anywhere near close to killing this guy. That's the third Viper Strike, or the second one he's eaten. Glimpse back, Yule's up. Split Earth, however, there's the rage. Spell immunity. Penance is probably going to fall. No, one more Yule's up. He will try to find the space to keep him alive. That Death Shroud doing the work he needs it to do while Fluke pops the BKB. Subsonic has it up again for the second time in this fight. Blackout Maniac is still at almost full HP as Mowgli is brought down. Nexa is respawned as well. He's holding on to the song. It's up in 14 seconds. They get the whole combo down. The whole shebang on the Blackout Maniac. And looks maybe this time that he will eventually fall. As Senior Squad realize that their tank, literally their Panzer IV, has fallen. And it's time to retreat. That was a long period of watching Bristleback soak up damage.
Cappy, if I told you... Oh, Summon's Siren.
Yeah, Song of the Siren.
They catch him.
It's not over yet. They find themselves Penance. He's in a very bad spot. Pops the Death Strike almost immediately. They do have the Meteor Hammer. He'll lock down this Necrophos, who's holding on to some of his very good items. He is, however, been left alone. Will use himself up one more time. Another Death Shroud. Another Death Pulse. He's just passively regenning. He actually has the Guardian Greaves up in 1 second. Gonna use them. Should have used them a bit earlier, maybe to purge off that net. He is trapped up. No, Death Shroud again with the Death Pulse. And another ensnare. Sonic's actually taking so much damage from this. Iron Envy's made the rotation back in. Throws the Fisher out. Finds nothing. But they keep Necro alive.
Absolutely wild. Cappy, would you believe me if I told you that there were only 2 buybacks in that fight?
There were 2 buybacks in that fight.
That is all, sir.
That was a hell of a long fight.
I feel like we've just watched 10 minutes of Bristleback and Necro soaking damage.
In that period, Fuke TP bottom, pushed the wave all the way up to the tier 3s, and then ran top to join the fight again.
What?
What does Bristol go next? More armor? Just finish a Solar Crest, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think finish Solar Crest, maybe go into something like an Octarine or an AC afterward. We might see that happen. To be honest, at this stage, I wouldn't even be surprised if he went Agnums.
Yeah, that would be cool. It's a little bit of stat. What does it do? It's still the goo.
Yeah, it's AoE goo, so it's really nice. It's not a targeted ability anymore. So everything within an AoE, every enemy units within an AoE gets a goo stack, and yeah, obviously that can be turned into an Agnum's Blessing and opening up another item slot for the Bristleback.
Basically, you're saying Bristleback is the mascot for COVID-19.
Oh,
he just sneezes goo at you out of his nose,
yeah. And
it slowly kills you.
That's
over a
pretty
period
raw,
of time.
Cappy.
It is, but am I wrong? I asked you these important questions. Am I wrong? Echo Slam, he actually stops Magnus from killing off that rage creep that Fuke was teleporting to, but they got the next Song of the Siren to perhaps set this up. He's holding onto the RP. Penance is waiting on the outside of BKB over RP pierces it, and the silence will come out. Iron Envy brought down immediately. Fuke losing so much HP to the combined damage of Nexus, Sonic, and Iron the Curry now. Mowgli brought in, but Fuke is gone. Penance now. He forces to use the Death Shroud. Death Pulse out. They do kill off Naga Siren. Iron the Curry with the help of Skewer. They bring back Mowgli into attack range. Sonic, he's going to be Reaper's Scythe and eventually brought down. The silencer hitting now, but Blackout Maniac's made an appearance, and this is a lot of trouble for I'm the Curry now. There's Static Storm. Trash Panda made the TP in, tries to go for the Guardian Greaves. It buys enough time for I'm the Curry to get the Infest Bomb into White Mamba, keeping him alive, prolonging this fight even more because the 2 tankiest heroes on this map are going head to head with the help of no one else. Blackout Maniac and Iron Envy and Penance soaking it up. White Mamba trying to buy some space and time. Panda's throwing out all the poison attacks he can, but they lose Iron Envy. That is a dieback on this Earthshaker. White Mamba will safely escape, gets the kinetic field at a very good spot. Blackout Maniac dropping quite low. However, there's his regen, there's his continuous eternal fountain of youth coming to help him out. Penance giving all the healing, all the good stuff. Lotus Orb, he's still in this fight. Mowgli's here again. Get out the last word and the slow silence to break him up. Disarmed on Trash Panda. That's quite bad. He can't attack anything. He can't steal any more damage. I'm struck like it's like not much. It's like watching. I don't know how to describe this. It's not boring, but it's just.
Oh my goodness! What? Oh, Cappy, I feel like I'm 10 years old. This is so stressful.
These are like 2 to 3 minute engagements.
Oh my goodness,
And
there's just so much sustain, so much tankiness. I feel like the Lifestealer's putting out a lot of damage, which is relevant to the heroes like the Earthshaker, Silencer, and the Leshrac. But this Bristleback and Necro are practically unkillable right now.
Yeah, they can't touch him.
Wow.
What do you have to deal with that? Nothing.
Yeah, look, it's going to be tough. I feel like the Viper needs to not take any damage and constantly putting his Nether Strike and his Viper Strike into these fights to be able to kill the Necro and the Bristleback. But it's just not possible. They're able to close that gap and get on top of him. And he's, I wouldn't say he's a non-entity. He's contributing a lot, but he's definitely dying every fight. And they are targeting the majority of their damage on him.
Fook has found Nex. They're going to pop the BKB. However, he gets it off just before the song comes out and will run down this Naga Siren. I think that is a dieback on the Naga.
Nope.
No, never mind. It's going to be one soon. I'm kidding. He's going in bottom to help the rest of his team. Penance is there with Blackout Maniac. These two Panzer 4s, even Tiger Tank, some would say. Leading up the front line, Subsonic finds the RP again, but what can they do with this good start? Silence is out. So is the Sonic Storm. Now, I'm the curry. Now they find a very big Meteor Hammer stun with the help of Neska. But that Lifestealer just disappears as if he was made of paper. White Mamba getting brought down too. Fook is just doing way too much damage all the time. He misses the split earth, but it doesn't matter because they run him down. Blackheart Maniac is so damn strong. Goodness gracious. And this Rex will fall. That's the second Rex. You know what actually the problem is on TDS? No one bought a Spirit Vessel. It would have helped a bit.
These revelations you're coming up with are wild.
I'm just thinking them through. The Echo Slam, it does nothing again. These heroes just soak it up. They all in the BKBs are basically. Subsonic just used his, but now that it's down, he's going to take a lot of damage. Maybe bring down this Earthshaker. I'm the curry. Looks like he might find the kill. The Maelstrom proc does get it. And meanwhile, these two tanks are just soaking up the damage. Fook just took the top racks. All by himself. And he comes back in to join the fight. Reaper's Scythe, it's not enough to bring down this Magnus, but it will be enough to buy the space and time that Fook needs to close off this game 1. GG, well played, is called. Wow.
Wow.
This was,
Wow.
I'd say the Spirit Vessel, like, Naga was
Yeah.
too busy being a carry that she forgot about important stuff.
Yeah, Spirit Vessel this game would have been huge for the side of the dark side. Either way, very well played to both teams. Very entertaining game as well. We appreciate that. I know you do too, Cappy. And thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, we're back for the next one shortly.
Loose lips sink ships. I plead the fifth. Walk the plank down to the brink. Sleep with the fish. Sleep with the fish. Loose lips sink ships. I plead the fifth. Walk the plank down to the brink. Sleep with the fish. Sleep with the fish. Lips sink ships. I plead the fifth. Walk the plank down to the brink. Sleep with the fish. Sleep with the fish. Lips sink ships. I plead the fifth. Walk the plank down to the brink. Sleep with the fish. Sleep with the fish. I plead the fifth. Loose lips sink ships. Loose lips sink ships. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Loose lips sink ships. I plead the fifth. 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 I plead the fifth.
Recalculating. Recalculating. You have reached your destination. Recalculating. You have reached your destination. Recalculating. You have reached your destination. Why you fuck me, 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 why you fuck me? Why you fuck me? Fuck me. Why you fuck me? Why you fuck me? Why you fuck me?
1. Welcome back to Game 2, the Dark Side against Senior Squad in this ELSA Season 1 qualifiers. Quite a long game, quite a tanky game in the previous match. Senior Squad managed to take that away with a good Necro and a Bristleback front line that Dark Side really struggled to break. And today, obviously, well, for this game, we have Dunver 2.0 joining us for the analysis, and Fury. Good old Fury. Used to play for XD quite a few years back. He's played in the Masters quite a few times, from what I believe is correct, and it's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, I played for XD Masters last year.
There we go.
Yeah.
So very recent.
Very privileged to have him with us, and myself and Fury will be running through the draft. And thanks for watching, guys. I'm pretty excited, and as Cappy said, previous game, Bristleback, Necro, just so much sustain on the side of Senior Squad, and they're unable to deal with it, or the Dark Side are unable to deal with it, and we see the Bristleback, the Respect band coming out from the side of the Dark Side, and the Viper band coming out from the side of Senior Squad. Both of the teams are banning meta at the moment. We see the Oracle, who received a recent buff, as well as the Dark Willow, Bristleback, and then on the side of Senior Squad, banning the Mars and Viper. Viper being Respect ban, Mars being incredibly strong in the current meta. The Razor ban, which is a bit of an interesting one. Fury, I know that you probably played with and against a few Razors in your time. How do you feel about that?
It's alright in this patch. Like, I've seen it safe lane versus Centaurs and stuff like that. But first phase ban seems a bit uncommon. So I would suspect that it's one of Darkside's more regular picks.
Okay. Obviously either that or, just a ban because they decide to pick up a Tide or a Centaur or whatever the case may be. Something tanky melee.
Definitely could be. Prepping for a Centaur Tide opener, like you said.
Yeah. And Fury, you used to draft for XD back in the day, right?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Last year's draft.
Okay.
But yeah, I did quite extensive draft research, but quite a lot's changed with the four. Oh, sorry, your first phase being 4 bans.
Yeah. I think we've yet to see the full potential of the mindset behind it and how much you can accomplish with the first 4 bans, and then only having 1 ban afterwards for each phase. Okay. Darkside first picking Jakiro. Personally, I feel that this hero is a little underpowered in this patch, and this is purely from my pub experience. It might be a comfort hero that we see on White Mamba. And the Shaman pickup from the side of Senior Squad. I don't know about you, Fury, but I feel like picking a Shaman up first phase, it reveals a lot about your draft and about what you're looking to accomplish.
I agree with you. Like, the Shaman first phase seems pretty weird. Probably going to be some like cheese push strat maybe. Not sure. I actually disagree with you about the Jakiro.
Okay.
He's pretty strong. Like, this patch. Pretty good first pick. Like, you can't go wrong with him as a pass 5. Lots of magic on you, very strong on lane stage, and yeah, great setup with Ice Bath.
Do you think it has anything to do with the dual breath buff being that instant damage as opposed to waiting for the first tick? And obviously, the obvious thought comes in that the blink cancellation is now a thing with Jakiro. But other than that, do you think that it's a big buff?
Yeah, it's. I still think it's a minor buff, but it definitely helps. But I think just what the hero got pretty decent armor, high magical damage, strong lane presence, good range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And versus a Clockwork matchup?
Yeah, so it's pretty weak versus Clock. It would be interesting what offlaner they pair the Clock with, but a Jakiro versus Clock is not a fun matchup at all. Cast times are way too long on Jakiro, and Clock's first ability just nullifies him almost.
Yeah, absolutely. He almost isolates the Jakiro in not being able to have a presence in the lane. But, I mean, we could also see this Clockwork picked up as a position 3 on the side of Senior Squad. There's nothing to show otherwise. But, yeah, position 3 or 4 Clockwork, I think, in the meta currently also very strong. So disruptive. Personally, I love playing it, and I think it's incredibly strong. And that's even without the Ags pickup.
Yeah, definitely. Pos 3 Clock is still a bit uncommon, I think. I haven't seen it recently.
Radiant
Seems weird that they used quite a lot of reserve time on the second pick Kunkka. Kunkka's still a very strong hero.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, we've seen the likes of Ramses and company running it as a position 3 as well. But what it also offers in not having a disruptor with that extra catch, and it can be run as a position 4. I feel maybe not something that we see very often, but still very effective.
Radiant team.
I've just seen Kunkka's also been on safe lane and mid. It's very versatile right now.
Yeah, and that also helps the dark side's draft. And we saw it in the previous game where so many versatile heroes were picked that it was very hard to identify the lanes. That being said, I don't think we're going to see the Sven in any other lane except for the safe lane currently with this meta. Yeah, still very strong. And with that Ags buff, I mean, it's effectively better than a blink, which was a standard item on a Sven. Now you're offered stats, a better build up to the item, and I feel like it's very, very strong with a smaller cooldown than a blink has.
What was the axe change?
It's a storm hammer. Now targets an enemy and moves Sven to that point. So he doesn't stun an enemy at range. He's right on top of them as the storm hammer hits.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. And then we see a Nature's pickup from the side of the dark side. Nature's also being buffed incredibly. With his ulti now, for every creep that's killed, he gains damage. I personally played against it a few times. He also feels a lot more tanky. I'm not sure if that was in the patch changes, but very strong hero at the moment. Monkey King pick up on the side of senior squad. Okay, I take back what I said about the position 1 Sven. We might even see that be picked up position 3 with the Monkey King position 1 or 2. Monkey King obviously being very strong versus Kunkka lane. That is to say that Darkside will run it as a position 2. If not, I'm pretty sure that senior squad will mix up their lanes and make sure that matchup happens. How do you feel about the Monkey King pick, Anson?
I think it's pretty good. If it is Kunkka mid, Monkey can deal with it being a melee hero. If it's Kunkka offlane with Nature's Prophet, I think Sven and Shaman can deal with it. I'm not sure quite yet.
I think that with the what am I saying? With the Nature's units, I think that it is a bit of a counter to Shaman in that you're able to block him and isolate him. And Nature's Prophet damage and range being a little bit high, or not the damage, but coupled with the attack speed being a lot more than the Shaman, I feel like the Nature's is a pretty good counter to the Shaman. That being said, Sven does reasonably well with his high armor, and obviously with the cleave ability to get rid of the treants.
Yeah, like you said, it's quite a mixed situation. Sven gets free farm of treants, but Shaman, like any support or most supports, struggle against Nature's Prophet. I mean, treants, high range, like you said, he just seems tankier for some reason. Just a very strong hero.
Agreed. How do you feel about this Void, this Faceless Void pickup? I think, look, there's a lot of AoE damage that can be put into that Chronosphere, but my biggest concern with the Faceless Void is that it's so dependent on one ability with a high CD. And I don't think it does particularly well versus a Monkey King. I'm not sure. Well, what are your feelings there?
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of mixed. Void is good for the draft of Darkside, but I don't see it as particularly good against Senior Squad. So yeah, it's good for their strat. It's got combos that can make plays with it, but it's not particularly strong versus Sven. I think it's kind of strong versus Monkey. Like if you played right, as long as you're not in the same lane. But yeah, it's not a huge counter or anything like that.
Yeah, that's fair. We see the dark side pick up the Death Prophet, which is obviously more damage to be put into the Chrono. I'll be interested to see what senior squad pick up here. If they run the Monkey King as a position 1, obviously a Monkey King doesn't do particularly well versus the Death Prophet in lane, but if they run that as a position 1, what they'll pick up here to deal with this Death Prophet, which I believe in this meta is incredibly strong. With that exorcism, granting so much move speed and her being so mobile early on, it feels almost impossible to deal with. So in my mind, the only way to deal with the Death Prophet is to beat her in lane, essentially. So if I was senior squad right now, I would be adjusting my draft, making sure that Monkey King is position 1, if it is a Nature's Prophet Kunkka lane, and just targeting the Kunkka, getting as much farm as possible out of it, and then matching the Death Prophet with something that'll counter it really, really hard. Do you have any suggestions for Senior Squad? Obviously, they already see this in retrospect.
But sniper.
Choose your
Okay.
hero.
This is interesting. This is a weird core trio. 3 physical damage cores.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays.
Is that a problem because you're sort of putting all your eggs in one basket?
Yeah.
Three types of the same damage.
And they don't have any burst for DP or Void. Like it's very hard unless they stun lock Void or something to get any kills.
That being said, Fury, I think that there aren't many natural aura carriers on the side of the dark side, and countering that physical damage later on will be very, very difficult. I think that the Senior Squad draft is predicated on Fuchs' positioning on the sniper. If he's able to make sure that he's not caught in chrono or caught out by the Nature's Prophet, they might actually walk away with this.
Hmm.
Let's just hope that Senior Squad get Vessel this time. Spirit Vessel.
Yeah. No, I hope so. Yeah, my favorite draft I would say is Darkside, but I definitely think Senior Squad's done pretty well with their lane setup, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, 100%. And thanks for joining us, Fury. We really appreciate you being here and bashing this out with us.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Definitely have you back. Got to get some expert opinion on some of these. Not saying you're not an expert, Matt, but
Oh, shush. I'm hurt.
Stuff it
I'm
to
hurt.
you. Stuff it to you.
Oh, shit.
User disconnected from your channel.
I don't know if we asked Fury to turn his open mic on.
I don't actually know.
It's fine, you can pick it up in the stream, so
Yeah.
what really matters. Game 2, as you said, it seems to be Fury favors the Dark Side's draft. It's much more rounded. And the sniper, yeah, I can see the issues with having 3 cores that all do physical damage. You just buy like a pipe and some halberds, and that's that.
Yeah, I think Crimson would be more applicable, but yeah, 100%. The only issue, as we discussed, is that there aren't really many aura carriers on the side of the dark side. As a Nature's Prophet and as a Kunkka, you want to be getting damage and utility items as opposed to your natural crimsons and pipes and that sort of thing. So whilst in the early game they should sort of be alright, kind of, when it comes to late game or mid to late, not having those aura items is a big problem. Your team is just taking so much damage. So again, I think it's a timing game. I think if the dark side are able to capitalize on those chronospheres and really make solid plays and take control of the map, they should be okay. If it goes to late game, I think that Senior Squad win this. Or, I mean, that being said,
It's a close one. Unless this Monkey King, sorry, the offlane. I mean, could he go Vlads if he wanted? No, he's not even queued that up. He's going for the normal carry stuff.
okay.
Straight to the bottom with you.
Sven as well. This is maybe it's a bit too greedy. If your Monkey King and your Sven and your Sniper both all on farm, like copious amounts of jungle farm and lane farm,
Yeah.
perhaps they fall into the same trap the dark side did last game.
To victory or peril.
It will be a
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Nothing special. No 5-man smokes at the beginning of the game. Losing all 4 runes. We're getting first
Oh,
blood.
sorry, it's a 3 to 1. My apologies.
Oh, it's a 3 to 1. Oh,
Yep.
they sneak it.
They did.
Very nicely done. Mid lane, Subsonic against Fook. Seen it before, Death Prophet versus Sniper. Definitely Sniper favoured. In the lane, that is. Later on, might be a very different story. Next, really handling away. We were talking about why some heroes feel stronger, like tankier. Like the same applies with Gyrocopter. All of a sudden, he just started soaking up damage like the courier snipe. Next also pulls the creep wave round for his core to get back in the lane. So nicely done there. I am the curry now. Put some Jingu stacks on him.
It's interesting. We saw Blackout Maniac playing position 1 Bristol last game. Now he's moved into the off lane, and I think it's simply the fact that Monkey King matches up so well versus a Void in lane. And we're going to see the outcome of this. I don't think that a Monkey King does particularly well versus Jakiro with that attack speed slow, but it's a bold move, and let's see how it pays off for them.
All we can do is hope. Ira envy you. Hiding by the trees here. I don't think Dire have vision. No, they do not. Pretty cool that. I can actually break the vision. I found the hotkeys to do that. Switch to different teams' vision. Ira envy you. He's now in full sight. Pops the battery assault. White Mamba got to be careful. He does have a level on him, and this clockwork is relatively low. Just give him a bit of a chase, a smack on the bum. Dual breath misses. That's an entirely professional way of saying he's going to catch a smack.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, and we see Pen is really struggling against this Tidebringer.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. I think he's also might have misskilled with the Great Cleave and Stormhammer. Maybe Warcry with that extra armor would be slightly better versus a Kunkka.
Oh, again the courier snipe! Nexa! Taking a tip out of your book 2.0.
I do like my couriers.
Just see, I got a hard on for these things. Supposed to catch him, and he pulls the wave too. Blackout Maniac has procced his Jingu stacks, but he's getting bashed and getting slowed and getting beaten down. Was it worth the stacks? I don't think it was.
I don't think so.
Oh, never mind. Regens it all up with one boundless strike, because that, my friends, is how lifesteal should work. Mid lane. I envy you. He's just been looking for these, looking for the chance to poke up. Now's the time while Subsonic goes down into the low ground. Battery Assault and Cogs. Fook pops the Shrapnel. However, the Spirit siphoned from Subsonic, sitting some HP away from this Clockwork, but he's just a bit more tanky. And with Sniper hammering away at this Death Prophet, the old lady will fall.
And in the bottom lane, Blackout Maniac getting the first blood versus White Mamba. And
that 2v1.
Yeah, in a 2v1. He simply zoned him out, got his stacks up, and got the kill. He even missed the boundless strike and still got the kill. Yeah. Scary Monkey King.
Very scary. Just well played. Next up. Oh, there's two couriers coming into this lane. Because he put the ward there early, that's why. I know, but Mowgli's learnt. He walks all the way back to collect his stuff. He's not taking any chances. They get the D ward.
Subsonic in trouble.
That's not good. Another rotation for our MVU. Picks up the Arcane Rune too. This Battery Assault just stopping and starting the movement of Death Prophet like a clock. And Fook the whole time, just peppering away. Got 1 point in headshot.
Like Death Prophet was doing the robots.
Yeah, dunk, next up. Oh, Mowgli finds the last auto attack. Penance, coming in a bit of trouble. Envy's made the TP, and he still has the Arcane Runes, so he's got Battery Assault and Cogs available. The Shackle from Mowgli. It's broken instantly by the Torrent Trash Panda. Plays strategically beforehand. He turns with the Riptide. Sorry, the Tidebringer kills off Penance's Fen. He is cogged up, though. Probably will fall. But he still managed to kill off, in a 1v3 situation, this Fen. Pretty nicely done.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Monkey King's back. Blackout Maniac gonna start this shenanigans again. Dual breath. A Jingu stacks, bound to strike, one more hit, and he finds the kill.
I feel better in a fight.
How disappointing.
Great start for senior squad so far. Except for that death on Sven, pretty
solid, yeah.
Yeah, very solid.
I agree. I also feel like our Envy is doing so much work around the map at the moment. Like, his net worth doesn't really show how much work he's been doing, but he has secured 2 kills mid, 1 kill top.
And he TP's out.
Yeah, no, honestly doing so well right now.
Yeah, exactly what you want your Pos 4 to be doing.
Yep.
Penance though has got that nice, expensive sword. Which does hit harder.
Definitely.
Shackle goes for the X and the Torrent. buys himself some time, does Trash Panda. Mowgli, a Tidebringer. Mowgli eats it in the face. It's a lot of damage. However, the Shaman, there's one more Stormhammer. I think they'll have the DPS to find the kill. The body blocks from Mowgli, ensuring that his core does pick up that golden XP almost directly to his pocket. Shadow Shaman's hit hard.
Yeah.
84 attack damage on an Intel hero. Oh, RNVU has found Hero again. Black Mania is coming in with the Primal Spring, took the bonus point. He's already level 6, and White Mamba, he misses the Dual Breath completely. You can't rotate. It's like an auto turret, this Jakiro. Faces one way and shoots. There's no maneuverability.
Nothing at all.
This Clockwork causing absolute havoc.
It's such a disruptive hero, Cappy. I mean, it's very hard to be taking a team fight when one of your heroes is completely isolated.
And now he's going to cause some problems with I Am the Curry now. He's just trying to farm that. All he wants to do is farm the small stack. He wants something out of the lane. They just can't kill him. Liquid Fire. It's actually a fair amount of damage. However, Blackout Maniac's back in. The cogs onto White Mamba. He will die again. I'm not even going to... Just pretty sure he will die.
Yeah, he's pretty much dead.
Nicely done. The safe lane's turned into a disaster lane for the dark side. Oh, going straight away. Nexter was just standing and farming. I don't think he had the vision of them approaching from the fog of war. But he soon finds out that they are right there.
He does get the neutral creep.
What? Sorry, did Blackout just... He just scouted?
And he got the kill?
Yeah, got the tree dance and got the kill onto I Am the Curry now.
This is a 4K network lead at 8 minutes, Cappy. This is a little bit worrying for the dark side.
Much higher than last time.
Yeah.
Even if Sven doesn't get farmed, like your Sniper and your Monkey King are doing great. And Penance isn't that bad, like considering all things considered.
Yeah.
Review's gone back to base and he's approaching the phase boots, I think. A little bit more movement speed. Yeah. Just got the claws of attack. Next turn, the top lane, they kill off Penance. Mowgli going to be treed up. Trash Panda there. Try and soak up the... Well, try and get some damage out with the Tidebringer. However, it's not enough. Torrent, will it find the mark? No, it doesn't. Just misses. All it does is lightly shower Mowgli with some water. And he TP's out. Much to the chagrin of the dark side.
Highly frustrating.
Someone's coming back in. Penance. He has the Soul Ring on the Sven. I like that. Soul Ring phase boots, always a nice combo.
Remember that he is playing this as a position 3 Sven, I believe.
Straight Ags though, because that's very...
Yeah. It's so useful. Like that gap close, that disable, as well as the damage follow-up from your ultimate. It's so good, Cappy. Like yeah. I don't think it gets any better than that.
So you will see probably the Vlads on him as well. Just now get some aura. Some life steal for his team. Also, more Monkey King must be terrifying when he has Jingu Mastery and if Vladimir's offering aura, buffing up his attacks.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to check now if the dark side has queued up. Anyone's looking to maybe queue up a Spirit Vessel.
Alright.
Clockwork should. Blackout Maniac. They found Mumber again. Wrong neck of the woods, so... And he can't even cast anything. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That was over before it started. Yeah, in that case.
And Fruit getting the kill on Nexter.
Penance gets found. They bring him back. Subsonics up in this top lane. She's using the Exorcism too. Gets the Spirit Siphon off onto this fence, slowing him down. They already used the X combo to bring him back, but it's a lot of damage that those ghosts do. Ghosts.
Yeah. And that's Echo Saber up on the offlane Monkey King at 10 minutes.
I love it.
That's pretty scary.
You know he's good because he has an Arcana. And he just goes in like, what do you do now? Dual Breaths out, there's Ice Path, but it just delays the inevitable. Boom! Feeding off this Jakiro. Tier 1 top will fall though. Dark side getting some spells back. RNVU finds the hook shot in under Subsonic. Sven's going to use the Godstrike, gets the Stormhammer out onto 2. The cogs, the trees, locking everything down. Mowgli finds the shackle as Penance patiently waits outside the circle to start hitting away on Subsonic, who managed to get the Spirit Siphon out onto 2 heroes. That's a big boat from Kuku though, brings on RNVU. Now Penance in a lot of trouble, will be treed up 2. One more Stormhammer not going to save his life. And Subsonic actually gets the double there. So strong. I think her exorcism like just ended as they went for that. So she healed up a lot.
I think it's also a case of the Death Prophet looks pretty unkillable right now. She has level 4 Spirit Siphon, hasn't taken a single point in silence, and she's just able to lifesteal her way out of all of that.
Next to now level 6 with the Treads and the Blightstone. Trash Panda gonna rush the Aghanims too. I like Aghanims. It really seems to be viable for a lot of heroes to just go straight for it these days. Monkey King got the Diffusal Blade queued up.
I really like the Diffusal Blade pickup here, Cappy. It's exceptionally good versus the Faceless Void, the Kunkka, the Nature's Prophet, even the Death Prophet early on. It's really, really strong.
So starting to pressure tier 2. Oh, Fook finds the Death Prophet with the help of Ira NVU. His Clockwork doing the tangs.
That sniper is large and in charge right now.
Yeah, what's he got?
Fook is sitting at 7.5k net worth, which is about 3k difference from the Death Prophet, who is laning verse. I mean, Fook has Maelstrom, double Wraith Band, power trades at 12-13 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah, it
that
helps when you're...
just,
And he's got 106 last hits.
yeah, I mean, absolutely wild.
Blackout Maniac just pressuring in the bottom lane. Still waiting for Sven to get towards his Aghanim Sept. He's had to go back and get the Bracer. He realized that last encounter wasn't too good. And he's managed to find some of Nexus's treants farming this hard cap, so he's going to take them as well. Just more gold.
Yep.
Subsonic's top now. Throws out a Crypt Swarm. To show what her plan is, she's got the Exorcism, but they already took the tower here. Who knows?
It's an interesting play.
She's very alone as well. I'm not sure. Just wants farm, I guess.
Yeah. I think that if you're on the side of the dark side, that middle tower would be your priority. Taking senior squad's middle tower right now would allow you so much access into their jungle, as well as so much map control. Maybe they, in my opinion, should be grouping up and targeting that.
I'm the curry now, trying to get the Morbid Mask of Madness up. We saw underfarmed Faceless Voids before in this league.
Yeah, we have.
And it doesn't end well.
No, it does not.
Very item-dependent hero.
I think in this game, it might be a little
they
bit
got the
different.
ward up here on the high ground. Envy, you find Subsonic again. They're going to drop the shrapnel down, and he just can't get anything off of that battery cell, constantly stunning him.
And a
lane.
double damage Fook.
As well, Blackout Maniac, he goes for the Wukong's command. The Ice Path from White Mamba to try to stop it is not successful. The trees will stop. Next to brought down as Sniper TP's in with the help of his boys behind him. Penance is there too. He's got a God Strength up. Senior squad, 8k net worth ahead at 15 minutes. The bounty's about to spawn too. Where do you go next as Fook? Gonna finish that Hurricane Pike, finish the Yolna. You can finish the Yolna at this rate. I mean, there's not much that Darkside have to like even threaten.
No, I think the Hurricane Pike is definitely a very important item here, over and above the Mjolnir. Only because you have heroes like Death Prophet with that Spirit Siphon, which you need to get away from. You have the Void Spirit, you need to get away from. You have the Kunkka, where you have to force stuff out of the boat AoE. It's just, you know, and not only that, Nature's Prophet Sprout. That Hurricane Pike is going to be far more important than any Mjolnir, and we see him pick it up now.
Yeah, we see how the Sprout helps Subsonic get the kill top onto Malgby. Nasty that. Spirit Siphon and a Sprout. You just stand there and watch your life drain.
Yeah, not fun. Can
Good at
confirm.
all. Blackout Maniac. He's hunting. Faceless Void. I was going to say Void Spirit as well. Faceless Void is nearby. That's what they want. No, they want Mamba first. It's level 6. Got a Macro Pie. Trash Pan is here too. Want maybe get the X, but they do not know that there's a Monkey King waiting up top. And Senior Squad, I think, need to get more heroes up. Black Ops Maniac just playing with these guys with the vision. Does he get XP if I'm the Curry now farms this ancient cap?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Oh, FC in the high ground wall, the Chronosphere. They're going to drop everything onto Micepath, Macropire, Boat. And he does eventually pay for the cockiness. And Penance pops the God Strength.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
Yeah, Cappy. As I was going to say earlier, it's a bit of a different Void, Faceless Void game here, in that there's so much damage coming from his teammates. Even if he's underfarmed, if he lands that really good Chronosphere, there's going to be kills coming out of it. So, oh, he misses that. That's unfortunate.
Subsonic had the goal to buy the Yules, but bought something else. It's a TP scroll, yeah, that is important too.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The dark side will pressure. They do have strong push, we must give that to them. Jakiro, Nature's Prophet, Death Prophet.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower.
Very strong indeed.
Top lane, he finds up Sonic again. This Clockwork just on his ass without relent. It's not having a great game.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough, Cappy. Like, as that Death Prophet, you want to be pressuring towers bottom lane. Oh boy.
Mamba is caught out again, trying to go for the TP up, but Fuchs there with the help of Monkey King. They get the procs too. However, Nature's has the teleport as an ability, so it'll be A-OK. Now Senior Squad can continue to push. Sven about just over halfway to his Aghanim Scepter. When that's up, we're going to see some cool initiations. I do hope he goes Vlad's immediately after, just for some auras. They do, as you mentioned, they need some auras in this team.
Yeah.
Vlad's Assault Cuirass done. That's a pos 3 Sven.
Yeah.
I think MK has finished the Diff Blade 2. No, he's changed, unless it's coming to him on the courier right now.
Nope.
No, it's not. So he's changed his mind. He's going to go for the Desolator instead. Sniper's probably going, listen, bro, we need some minus armor, because why not?
Yep.
We got the damage, we got the physical damage.
Yeah, it's probably communicated that he's not going the item either. And with the amount of physical damage they've got, they need a Dessa on this team.
Clock, Hawk.
Oh,
good shot in.
great.
Oh, they found two though, sticking two in the cogs. Gonna be Subsonic and his partner Trash Panda. God Strength used by Penance. The Blackout Maniac gonna go for the Wukong's Commander. Will land quite nicely while Fruit just wails away in the background, bringing down this DP again. I'm the curry now. Time walk forward. He doesn't have Chrono. He needs to be very careful here. Cogs are separated and Penance still got the God Strength, and this guy just dies before he can even do anything. Doesn't even pop the Mask of Madness. They're not done. Blackout Mania got the tree dance up. Yeah, and that's slow, and that boundless strike.
Yeah, we didn't even touch the fact that Senior Squad they just win this Vision game 10 out of 10 times without a problem. They have Rocket Flare, they have Sniper Ulti, they have Tree Dance from the Monkey King. There is no getting away from them. I also think that there's no ganking them. They just have so much to detect the enemy team.
The Blackout Maniac was waiting on the trees up top. He was trying to switch into Quelling Blade because he knows that there's going to be a Sprout trying to slow him from killing Nexter, but foresees that, gets the Quelling Blade out of his backpack, and cuts his way through, gets another kill.
Yeah, very well played.
Next buys back, trying to find Fook, goes for the TP out. There's the heals from Subsonic. Penance is there to maybe help. He's silenced too. That's quite great. Fook though, not silenced up, but no real escape. He has Hurricane Pike up in 1 second. I envy you, buying some space, getting the constant Subsonic, allowing Fook to start hitting away as Penance takes the fight to Trash Panda. Fook getting a double kill. The Chrono there. Maybe I'm the curry now can maybe get a consolatory kill onto the sniper, which they do. Clock will fall as well. I think a Tidebringer brought him down. Blackout Maniac's in the fight though. Oh, the Echo Saber. Oh, the Jingu stacks. Oh, the dead Kunkka. Just too much. Found a strike again. White Mamba. He's like, just leave me alone, bro. Oh, I want to see it there how many times Monkey King has killed Chikiro. And he's not finished. They find the shackle. Faces forward, brought back, and they find the shackle. And he time walks up into nothing. No man's land. Oh, goodness. This is just downhill from here.
Yeah, I
think this is it.
thought there'd be more coming out of that Chronosphere, and it just wasn't enough. Even getting rid of the Sniper, they're just too far ahead. Even the Sven and Monkey King are... I mean, they're monstrous right now.
And he's about to get his Aghanim. He actually has the Aghanims on the way to him. 3 carries. Who knew? And no one's... yeah, well...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is Ags now up in Sven.
Monkey King, I think he's got Deso. Just arrived. Yeah, it did. Crazy.
This is looking a little bit scary for the dark side right now.
A little bit. I think it's
Terrifying!
terrifying. It's looking like this is the end of it. This is how it ends.
Yeah,
They got a
I'm not
turtle,
sure
like,
how
I don't know
they
what
do
they
this.
do, yeah. They can just, like, sit high ground, but I'm pretty sure Senior Squad can just bully their way up there, unless there's a great chrono with a Macropie and an Exorcism, like, that's what they're counting on.
I think Senior Squad go right. Yeah, they're off to Roche now.